It's been less than a year since one of the greatest American artists, Maya Angelou, died. On May 28, 2014, the incredible singer, songwriter, poet, activist died at the age of 86. There is little that Maya Angelou did not do in her life. As a child, she lived through grinding poverty, sexual abuse, a difficult family life, prostitution, and several marriages. For a few years, she lost her voice entirely as the result of a deep trauma. And when she found her voice, she never stopped. She was a streetcar conductor, a calypso dancer, a stage and film actress, a singer, a film director, a screenplay writer, a civil rights and anti-apartheid activist, a mother, and of course, a poet. And she traveled the world over, learned several languages. She was a professor, a lecturer, a teacher of philosophy, ethics, theology, science, theater, and writing. She won numerous Grammys, was nominated for a Tony and a Pulitzer. Her life was so varied and full that it's no wonder she wrote 7 autobiographies, the first of which catapulted her to fame, called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, published in 1969. In 2011, President Obama presented her with the Medal of Freedom. Maya Angelou influenced a huge number of people directly and indirectly. Directly, she influenced my guest, the popular broadcast journalist and writer Tavis Smiley, whose new book pays homage to a woman who was a mother figure and a mentor. Tavis Smiley is the host and managing editor of Tavis Smiley on PBS and the Tavis Smiley Show from Public Radio International. He's a best-selling author who's written 12.5 books, and he now joins me in studio to discuss his latest book, My Journey with Maya. Welcome to the show, Tavis.
Sonali, good to be on. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks so much for joining us. Well, you began your friendship with Maya Angelou in the early 1990s when you accompanied her on a trip to Ghana, where she delivered the W.E.B. Du Bois lecture. Set the stage for us first in terms of where you were personally and professionally. You hadn't yet embarked on your journalistic career, and in a way it seemed as though, at least from your book, she provided just the spark you needed.
Yeah. I was 21 when I first met her. She's a 21-year-old kid working for the mayor of this city then, Tom Bradley. And the mayor was out of town one day, and as was often the case, when he couldn't make an appearance somewhere, he would send me to represent him. So I love this. So here's my chance now to go present a letter of welcome at this gathering to Maya Angelou. I'd read her poems and memorized some of her works when I was a college student, but now here I am now, just a year removed from college, getting a chance to go meet her face to face. I meet her for less than 5 minutes, Sonali, but in that 5 minutes, there was something so powerful about her presence. I said to myself, at some point later in my life, I have got to find my way back into her space. This is someone I'd like to get to know. I had no idea, fast forward a few years later, that I would have run for the city council here in Los Angeles, lost that city council race. And it seems laughable now that I thought my life was over in my mid-20s. The problem is that when you fail at the one thing, the only thing that you think you were born to do, something takes leave of you. I didn't know what to do, what the next step was. I didn't know what my role in the world was. Didn't know how to find my own voice or make my own way. And in that very moment, to your question, I get this invitation to go to Africa for 2 weeks with Maya Angelou, to carry her bags, essentially. But in that 2 weeks in Ghana, a wonderful friendship blossomed, but most importantly, she let me listen to her and learn from her and laugh with her and eat with her and be loved on by her to help me try to figure out what my role in the world was. And that started a 28-year friendship.
Wow.